Welcome to the show. Today we're diving into controlling your dopamine for motivation, focus, and even satisfaction. It's like a masterclass for your brain.
So we're talking about dopamine, the powerful chemical that really sets the tone for how we feel and act, right?
Exactly. It's essentially the fuel behind our drive, our focus, and
Uh-huh.
even our pleasure responses. It's like, you know, you get a little rush when you achieve something, and that's dopamine in action.
Right, and I gather there are two main neural circuits involved, one that acts locally and another that um, broadly affects other parts of the brain.
Yeah, precisely. These circuits manage everything from the immediate fast dopamine spikes to slower, sustained baseline levels that help us stay motivated over time.
Yep. I mean, it sounds like a delicate balance. So too much of a dopamine spike might feel great initially, but then what? Does it cause a sort of crash?
Exactly. And that's a key point. You see, when you stack dopamine, like stacking chemical rewards from things such as chocolate, nicotine, or even excessive social media use, the baseline can actually drop, leading to underwhelm and poor performance. It's like
Yeah,
piling up high reward triggers that actually backfire.
Interesting. So then the idea is to sort of control that release, not too high, not too low?
Right? Think of it like tuning your brain's volume knob. There are like 14 different tools or approaches discussed to help manage,
Oh,
your
really?
dopamine release. For example, there's a focus on not overloading with stimuli.
I see. So one of the tools is about controlling the peaks and the baseline levels of dopamine for sustained motivation, right?
Exactly. It's tool 3 in the discussion. It's about not chasing those huge spikes because when you do, you can end up with a low baseline afterward, which, as we said, makes it harder to stay motivated over time.
Sure. Also, I noticed there's a fascinating take on caffeine, how certain caffeine sources can actually increase dopamine receptors. That's pretty wild, don't you think?
Definitely, it's tool 4. It's like that concept of not all caffeine is created equal. Some sources, like yerba mate, can actually support and protect your dopamine
Right.
neurons. It's a nuanced view that goes beyond just coffee is good or coffee is bad.
But wouldn't that contradict some conventional advice where caffeine is seen as a general stimulant without these subtleties?
Well, that's a good point. I mean, this is where the conversation gets interesting. The idea here is to sort of differentiate between mere stimulation and strategic
True,
support
true.
for your neural circuits. It's not a one-size-fits-all approach, and some of these supplements have to be chosen with care.
I also remember hearing about the dangers of dopamine stacking with other chemicals, like cocaine or nicotine, which can lead to diminished performance. Is that accurate?
Yes, absolutely. The idea is that when you cheat your dopamine system with these high-intensity bursts, it eventually recalibrates to a lower state. It's like if you keep driving at a super fast speed, then suddenly hit a speed bump. Your momentum is drastically reduced.
Yeah, that makes sense. And so, controlling dopamine means not only avoiding these damaging stacks, but also intentionally building a sustainable, higher baseline.
Correct. There's another tool that focuses on ways to naturally stimulate long-lasting increases in baseline dopamine, like intermittent fasting, which is highlighted as Tool 8. It's quite compelling because it shows that behavior changes can have a deep neurobiological impact.
Right on. So it's about balancing immediate rewards with long-term benefits. I find that idea quite profound. It redefines how we approach our daily habits.
Yeah, it's almost like designing your own neurochemical environment. And then there's the discussion on how smartphones can alter our dopamine circuits, which is honestly a wake-up call in today's world. Our constant connectivity
Indeed.
is really stacking up these rapid spikes.
True. And that rapid spike then creates this cycle of chasing that next hit, which can be detrimental for focus and performance, right?
Exactly, and that's why understanding and controlling dopamine is so essential. It's about achieving a pleasurable balance between motivation and satisfaction without falling into the trap of overstimulation.
Absolutely. I gotta ask though, isn't it a bit idealistic to expect people to monitor such a complex system just by tweaking habits like fasting or choosing the right caffeine? What about the role of genetic and individual differences?
That's a valid challenge. I mean, while these tools provide a roadmap, it's not a magic bullet. Each person's dopamine system has its own baseline, influenced by genetics, lifestyle, and history. The key
True.
takeaway is awareness. You can tailor these tools to fit your personal profile.
So it's not just about following a protocol, but more about learning how your own system works and adjusting accordingly.
Exactly. It's a personalized, adaptable strategy. Plus, there's also the aspect of social connections where oxytocin comes into play and can interact with dopamine release, further enriching our motivation and focus.
Oh, interesting. Wow. That's a lot to unpack for just one neurochemical. And with 14 different tools, it really highlights the need for a balanced approach.
Right. And each tool, from supplements like L-tyrosine to behavior modifications like reducing highly palatable foods, plays a part in helping you control the highs and lows of your dopamine cycle.
I see. It's pretty much a comprehensive blueprint for avoiding burnout, staying motivated, and beating procrastination, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's like a manual for your brain's engine. When you control your dopamine, you're essentially fueling your motivation and focus in a sustainable way.
Exactly. I love that analogy. It's like customizing your car's engine for peak performance without over-revving it.
Yes, that's it. And just to recap, it's about managing those dopamine peaks and ensuring that your baseline remains high enough so you can perform consistently, whether that's in a work context, your personal life, or even creative endeavors.
Right, absolutely. It's remarkable how much of our daily behavior is influenced by this single chemical. I feel like we've just scratched the surface.
Definitely, there's always more, but the bottom line is, with the right control strategies, you can significantly boost motivation and overall well-being.
Couldn't agree more. Before we wrap up, any final thoughts on the practical applications of these dopamine tools?
Just that it requires a mindful approach. It's not about instantly transforming your brain, but about gradual, sustained changes, like small tweaks leading to big results over time.
Yeah, exactly. That's a great note to leave on. Thanks for breaking down the science behind controlling dopamine for us. It really gives you a lot to think about.
Absolutely, thanks for the chat. Remember to stay curious and keep tweaking those habits to optimize your motivation and focus.
Right on!